So I'm going to call the Board of Water Commissioners to order for Tuesday evening, March 23rd, 2021. This meeting is being held remotely as an alternate means of public access pursuant to an order issued by the Governor of Massachusetts dated March 12th, 2020, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. You are hereby advised that this meeting and all communications during this meeting may be recorded by the town of Hingham in accordance with the open meeting law. If any participant wishes to record this meeting, please notify the chair at the start in accordance with Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20F, so that the chair may inform all other participants of said recording. If anyone is going to be recording or taking photographs during this meeting, could you please raise your hand and identify yourself? Seeing none, members of the Board of Water Commissioners who will be participating remotely this evening are myself, Mary Power, Joe Fisher, and Bill Ramsey. The first item of business on our agenda is the approval of the minutes of February 23rd. Bill and Joe, I don't know if you're ready to approve those minutes or if you'd prefer to wait till our next meeting.
I'm ready to go. I think, Joe, you might be muted.
Whoop, Joe, you're muted.
There we go. I'm ready to go. Thanks.
Okay, great. I take a motion.
I'd make a motion to approve the minutes dated February 23rd, 2021.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, Joe?
Aye.
Bill?
Aye.
Mary? Aye. Thank you. The next item of business on the agenda is to consider signing an agreement with Environmental Partners Group for the design and engineering services for the Atlantic Avenue and Gunrock Avenue water main replacement project. This is in Hull. Russ, I'm going to turn it over to you. You had sent us a copy of the agreement and a packet of the material, but if you could perhaps just kind of walk through that and summarize the agreement, the timing of the project, et cetera.
Yep. So as everybody is probably aware, they're going to reconstruct Atlantic Ave all the way from the Nantasket Ave to the Cohasset line. Along that stretch, we have some very aged water main, 12 and 10 inch cast iron, which is about 2,000 linear feet. And we have about 2,900 linear feet of cast iron and AC water main. There is some actual 4-inch cast iron towards the end. And what I found in the last 2 fire hydrants we repaired, we actually have 4-inch hydrant laterals on that road, which are way undersized. So the scope of the project is for this fiscal year, is to field survey, do a wetland delineation of the project, do subsurface investigation of the project, design the water main, and permit the water main. That's it. There's no construction involved in this. Construction will take place after July 1st, 2021. So the total cost of the proposal is $69,900, which is in line with the linear footage fees that we've been getting from EP. So nothing's gone up. So it's the same exact per foot linear price. That's about the scope of the entire job.
Thank you. Joe, questions for Russ?
Yeah, so the agreement says that everything's to be completed by August 31st of this year.
Yes.
Is that consistent with your plan?
Yeah, because Joe, same thing. I think we'll have the design done by July 1st. We'll probably have stuff in the ground, but sometimes they have to do some cleanup work on the design and some other alternate bids and stuff like that. So I stretched it out that extra month just to be safe, to make sure we get everything wrapped up before the end.
Yep. And is there any work being done under this agreement that requires notice to abutters and neighbors along the way here?
No, nope. It's a typical water main project. We'll put out plenty of notice ahead of time. I can tell you, I walked the street myself last week or 2 weeks ago, and neighbors were all thrilled because we're actually going to replace the water main because it's breaking all the time. So
Yep.
It's a good thing for us to do. And Gunrock is the same thing.
And to what extent are we coordinating with the town of Hull on this?
I've talked to everybody in Hull so far. I've spoken to anybody and everybody that has to do with the job, the SOAR department, DPW, and everybody. I've already talked to all of them.
Great.
They're all on board and they're doing work for us.
Thank you. Got no other questions. I appreciate your work here.
So Russ, just to be clear, when will the actual work be done?
We're going to start actually, hopefully if you approve this tonight, we're going to start next week.
Okay.
Because Hull's under the gun right now. I've got to get this stuff in the ground before they start ripping that apart in October.
Okay. The only reason why I ask, I know Atlantic Ave and Gunrock are pretty busy places in summertime. So
yeah, no, the work we'll work with it. We'll get it done. I think the main will probably more be going in towards the end of August to September, October, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fall. Great. Awesome. Thank you. That's all I have.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So Russ, it's 4,900 square feet in all, 4,900 feet in all.
4,900 feet and all, correct.
Wow. Yeah. I remember from the old Aquarian capital plans that this was a project that was on the list for many years, often deferred. I'm certain that the residents along there are going to be thrilled with it. I would also just mention to my colleagues in the audience that we do have 2 members of the Citizens Advisory Board who are residents in Hull. And, you know, this is a time when it's really helpful to have them engaging, and, you know, Russ has been keeping them apprised, and, you know, they are just an additional source of kind of two-way communication, and can, you know, get a sense from Russ if they're hearing questions, concerns. So I think it's just really terrific that we have the cab up and running with our 2 colleagues from Hull.
Yeah.
Russ, I believe it's 1 select board member, and I believe it's John Struzieri.
John Trujillo and Donna, I can't remember Donna's last name, I apologize, but Donna is on the board of selectmen.
Yep. Excellent. Is there anyone in the audience who has a question or wishes to make a comment before the board votes on this agreement? Seeing none, I would accept a motion.
Sure, I'll move to authorize the town administrator to sign the agreement with Environmental Partners Group, Inc. for design and engineering services for the Atlantic Avenue and Gunrock Avenue water main replacement project.
Second.
Any further discussion? And just before we vote, I just want to confirm, Russ, John Coughlin has reviewed this contract?
That's correct. Yes,
Okay.
This is from him. Yep.
Yep, thank you. All those in favor, Joe?
Aye.
Bill?
Aye.
Mary? Aye. Thank you. Russ, we have a water superintendent report as our next agenda item. I didn't know if you had anything to update the board on in terms of developments, upcoming events.
I just got 3 or 4 quick things, and the building transition's on track for April 1st. The letters are being mailed out tomorrow, and I will make sure it gets up to IT and to everybody to be posted on the website, social media, etc. Hal already knows about it, that it's coming. We've spoken to Donna, so that'll get posted tomorrow. As everybody knows, Suez has appointed Darren Dirth as the interim project manager for the job. So I'll keep an eye on that for a few months to see how things go. And they're actually looking to fill the other positions, but they do have temporary people up here working on those positions. Buell Road's all done. We should be closing that out this week. Maybe a little bit paving on Lincoln Street, but we are under budget for that job. It's, you know, they had a couple change orders, but that still kept us under budget for what we budgeted for the job. The next project is Atlantic Ave, Gunrock, Downing, and Wampatuck Ave. We are going to pull Crow Point out because we did some borings there in the soil. We have some issues with the soil and the rock there, so we're going to put that one aside and kind of look at that over the next year to make sure we can do that job properly. Maple and Grove also have some real lot of refusal on them, so we're going to hold off on those. And Wampatuck has some refusal. So Wampatuck's an important street because of the fact we want to pave that whole road as a town. So Atlantic, Wampatuck, Gunrock, and Downing are all being paved, so we're going to put those 4 on top of the list. Besides that, I'm just looking at the filter plant to do one of the filters in the next couple of months, and that's it. Everything else is just going as normal.
Russ, in terms of the billing transition, is there anything that all of us ratepayers need to do, or anything that changes as far as our paying our water bills?
It'll all be in the letter you're going to get, but it's going to be going on to Suez's website. You'll have a new account number, and then you'll have to register your account with the automatic billing like you did with Aquarian. So that's all coming back with this new transition, but all those instructions will be in that letter. And like I said, it will be posted on the website. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get it over to Kate and have her get it posted up there. And then a bunch of the people on the committee have offered to put it in social media. So we should have a good showing on that. And it's going in the newspaper. So we get there'll be a lot of media. Go ahead.
Great. Russ, I would just ask that I would remind you as well that the Hingham Anchor is a very helpful online source that gets a lot of visibility. Okay. And, you know, a post to the Anchor to maybe direct them to the website is also a way. Russ, so after April 1st, when ratepayers get their water bill, they will be able to pay it, drop it off in the mailbox at Town Hall, or pay it in person on Lincoln Street?
So you can pay it in person on Lincoln Street, you can pay it online. I'm still working on the mailbox at Town Hall, Mary. Unfortunately, with a few things that have been going on, I have tried to get that done. I'm just gonna keep working on that one.
Well, I think the electronic payment, just based on the calls we're getting, is the top priority. So that's
Yep.
terrific. And having a local resource to walk in and speak to somebody is, again, something that we think is helpful, and we appreciate Sue as recommending it.
Yep, I think that's gonna be a great thing. Thank you.
Joe, questions for Russ with respect to the water superintendent report?
No, I do note that April 1st is the turning point for the billing.
Correct.
So that was the schedule you promised, and that's the one you're keeping. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Bill?
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Is there any change in the phone numbers that people call if they've got questions?
Yeah, but that'll be updated. Yes, it is, but it'll be one phone number. So right now there's 2 and 3 phone numbers.
Right.
It's gonna be one phone number.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bill, questions for Russ?
No questions.
Okay. Hey, Russ, next, or Russ, Tom, Michelle, a week from today, which is March 30th, let's put the Ware River Water System billing on the selectmen's agenda. And let's literally put that letter up.
Yeah.
Russ, if you can be there, let's
can be
walk
there.
through it. Let's walk
You got it.
through it. We'll put it on the screen. We're just
Yeah.
going to kind of keep, just have it out there so people are aware of what's happening.
Okay.
I just think that it's the more visibility we can give this, the smoother it will run for everyone.
Perfect. No problem at all.
Okay.
I'll
Is
just
there
send me a reminder. They'll be looking for me. Go ahead.
is there anyone in the public who has a question or wishes to make a comment with regard to the water superintendent report? Okay, seeing none. Public comment on any items not on the agenda, but within the purview of the Board of Water Commissioners? Seeing none. Russ, before we adjourn, you and I talked about this last week. I am going to suggest to my colleagues that that we establish a standard week of every month where we have a Board of Water Commissioners meeting. I think it would be helpful for the public to know that, it's the second Tuesday of every month or the third Tuesday. I think it will also help our office for scheduling meetings, particularly in nights when we have both Board of Selectmen and Water Commissioners. And Russ, I guess I'd look to you to let us know what week of the month would be most helpful for you. It may be that you need that first week of the month to, update the monthly report. But maybe if you could please let Tom or Michelle or Sharon know, certainly we are happy to meet with you anytime if you have projects that need approval. But I think in particular for the public, knowing that there is a standard meeting at a specific time each month will be helpful going forward.
Yeah, Barry, I'll let you know next week because I'm going to get on Suez about the timeliness of the monthly report. I want to make sure that's done each month on the 10th, and then the following week we should meet. So I just want to make sure that that's going to be done going forward because I don't want to meet with you guys if I don't have all the information in front of me. So I will definitely let you know next week.
Yep, understand completely. Terrific. So I think that concludes the Board of Water Commissioners meeting. For those of you who are going to be joining the Board of Selectmen, we are actually going to take a recess and we will actually adjourn this meeting and we will call the Board of Selectmen meeting to order at 7 o'clock. We will keep this line open. We will mute and turn off video cameras. But for those of you who are interested in joining our Selectmen meeting this evening, we will call that to order in about 14 minutes. So with that, I would take a motion to adjourn.
So
So
moved.
moved. Second.
Any further discussion? Oh, it's going to be a long night, guys.
Yes.
All those in favor, Joe,
Aye.
Bill, Mary, aye. Russ, thank you. Thanks,
You're welcome.
everybody. We'll see some of you back here at 7. Thank
Bye,
you.
guys. Have a good night.